What's up, guys? Chad Smith here again. Today I'm going to go over just a general warm-up for just say a squat, a power clean, a bench press, and maybe just some pulling activities such as rows, bent over rows, barbell rows, things like that. So just your average workout. So Chase, once again, is going to help me out with the warm-up. So the first thing we're going to do is I would have the athlete come in, or whoever it may be, come in for the training session. And the first thing I'm going to do is have them grab a jump rope, and I want 100 jump ropes. So with the jump rope, really what we're trying to do is just warm up the body temperature. We're wanting to get a little bit of ankling in there, just a little bit like a little ballistic movement for the ankles. Just really, main thing is just get the body warmed up and, really, get them ready to get started. So once they get 100, we'll assume Chase did 100. I have them actually lay down and go through what I normally call a GPP or a general physical prep. So the first thing I'm going to have him do is a bent knee iron cross. So what this is, his knees are going to be up at 90 degrees. He's going to try to keep his shoulders down flat on the ground, and he's going to rock his knees side to side. So the main thing here is we're warming up the lower back, getting a little bit of the obliques in there, getting a little bit of the lats in there as well. So we're going to do 6 of these on each side. After he does 6 each side, the next thing we're going to do is a laying straight leg kick. So you see a lot of people do these standing up. We're already on the ground, same thing. This is really just going to warm up the hamstrings. Focus on those. I usually have my clients or athletes do these one leg at a time, but I don't like to alternate because a lot of times they can start to go off kilter with that. So really, I just want them to do 1 leg at a time, 10 each side, warm up the hamstrings. The next thing we're going to do after that is a rollover to a V-sit. So what that looks like is Chase is going to roll over. Whenever he comes to the middle, he's going to push between his legs, so he's going to land wide-legged and push through. This is going to further warm up the hamstrings, further warm up the groin area, and the lower back just a little bit as well. So typically we'll do 6 of these. And then after we get 6 of these, what he's going to do is roll over in his stomach. And we're going to do what's called a scorpion. This is a very popular track warm-up, things like that. So he's going to lay on the ground, on his stomach. Right? So the first thing he's going to do is try to get the bottom of his shoe up to the ceiling. And then he's going to go across and try to touch his opposite hand. Now, what we want to do, notice his shoulders and his hips are really far off the ground, okay? We want to make sure that his shoulders stay on the ground, and we want to make sure that his hips stay as low to the ground as possible. I know it's not going to happen that way, but really what this is doing is still focusing on that lower back, focusing on some hip flexors, and a little bit of the quads as well. So typically we'll do 6 of these each side. After 6 of these each side, he's going to get up in a push-up position. We're going to do what I call a groiner. A groiner is where he's going to take his foot and go to the outside of his hand next to his pinky and push down. We want to keep that back knee off the ground, and we want to just really get that groin area. Once again, still getting the hip flexors a little bit in the opposite leg. He's going to do 1 on each side. Yep, and then he's going to hit a push-up in between each one. The reason we're doing this is because we have a little bit of upper body today. If we didn't have any upper body going on today, we would not do the push-up in between. So, once again, going from the same, trying to stay in the shot here, we're going to go from that same push-up position, and now we're going to do what's called a pigeon. So what we're going to do, it's a yoga move, go opposite knee to your opposite wrist. You're really going to sit back and try to lay your thigh flat, and then try to get your glutes, get your TFL and your IT band a little bit, get those things stretched out, okay? So after he does 1 of each, he's going to do a push-up in between these, once again, just because we have an upper body day today. Warm up the pecs and everything like that. So after the pigeon, we're going to do the last one of our little progression. It's a Saigon squat. So what it's going to look like, he's going to stand up. He's going to try to get his feet as close as he can, his heels as close as he can, without his heels actually coming off the ground. And he's going to squat down. He's going to push his knees out with his elbows, and then he's actually going to rock forward on his toes, on his hands, still pushing his knees out. And whenever he goes to sit back and stand up, he's going to raise his hands over his head, and he's going to stand all the way up. That's 1. Okay, we're going to do 10 of those. Okay, this is going to open up our thoracic cavity just a little bit. It's going to get some T-spine in there. And we're also still focusing on the groins and going in from a squat position, warming up the hips, the glutes, and everything there. So after 10 of those, he should be pretty nice and warmed up and ready to start his lift. So that's just a normal general physical prep, and that's typically what I'll have my clients or athletes do for basically an overall body lifting session. Thanks, guys.